Hello, this is Solar PVTV in our suppliers panel discussion from EU PVSEC 2014 from Paris. Today we'll be speaking with suppliers of the industry about the current situation in the industry and how do they see the next evolution within the industry. So I would like to present Eric, Laura and Alessandro. And I would like to ask you guys for a short presentation of your company and which part of the value chain you are representing, and also what is your, let's say, view of this exhibition here in Paris.
Thomas, thanks for having me here as well. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Alessandro Anderlini, Business Manager of Coveme. Coveme is producer of backsheet. Worldwide, we have factory in Italy and in China. And yeah, how do I see the exhibition? The exhibition is, I would say, relatively calm compared to the other years. The other years were extremely interesting, and so I see it more as a meeting point with producer, potential customers, and also of course very interesting for the clinics, the conference. This is the major task of this exhibition.
And do you think, Alessandro, that this is related to the fact that markets are shifting outside of the Europe? And does it also influence the strategy of Coveme? And how do you deal with this challenging situation that we have 60 or 50 markets instead of 3-4 before in the past?
Right, for sure it has influenced the fact that the market is shifting big time to the Asian side, especially China. And that's why all the component producer like us, also manufacturing line producer, are trying to focus much more in the Chinese market. Nevertheless, I still believe that there will be a very important market in Europe. Europe, at the end of the day, is an installation market. This is expected to install, let's say, 10 to 14 gigawatt. From this year and also the other year. So we still focus on this market and also on the other upcoming market, like US, for example, or US is already established, but it's increasing big time. And also India, Turkey, I would say, is an interesting market right now, and Middle East is a potential market for the future. So I see that Europe will be still considered from Coveme an important market. Of course, we have a factory in China, so a main effort now is to develop the market there.
And did you also, Alessandro, notice that in the discussions with your customers? And also maybe what is the approach of the clients in the new emerging markets, like Turkey, for example? Do they only negotiate the price, payment terms, or they are also concerned by the quality?
For sure, the quality is always the base. Let's say, as we discussed before, bankability is the most important topic if you want to deal with the big investors. The investors, they need modules, materials that are able to withstand more than 25 years. So the components inside the PV modules should be able to withstand this long term. And so the quality is always important, and they will always be very important. At the same price, you know, at the same time, the price is playing a big role. But I would say, as Coveme, we try to give also a lot of flexibility. The customer asks for flexibility in dealing with their supplier. They need to have shorter delivery time, and they need to reduce their inventory stock, so they need to have a flexible approach from their supplier. This is what we offer, together with a wider range of products. In fact, today BIPV is very important, and the residential market still plays a big part in Europe, so we are offering products with different colors, for example, or for different application. And also we enter a very important market because efficiency is playing always and most recently a very important role, you know, to have more output in a shortened space. That's why we are offering a back contact foil for back contact technology, and this is for us a big field that we believe will develop very much in the future.
And with regards to the new agreement which was reached between China and Europe on the minimum price for the Chinese modules. Did you notice any increased demand from your European customers? And Another part of the question, do you still believe in the production in Europe? Is it worth to produce in Europe?
Yeah, again, as I said, Europe, it is an installation market and it will still be an installation market. So to be close to the installer, I think, is the key point. Module is very heavy to move, and it also needs a warranty, needs assistance. So I still believe that there will be an important market in Europe. There will be a consolidation, as it is, as we can see now. There is a lot of share left empty from companies that are not in the market anymore. So there is a changing going on, and I think that the market will shift. Will have a big change next year.
So which markets do you see, like, for the manufacturing? Which countries will be?
For the manufacturing side, of course, China will play a big role. The big 10 Chinese, we know, they will be still supported by the government, but the government is not willing to give help to all the other 300 companies, so there will be a consolidation in China. Regarding the other market, I see India a very important market also for production. Again, all the East European market, and maybe in future also the Middle East. And as you asked before, just to mention if the anti-dumping case impact, I would say that talking with many of producers of our customers, they are not very happy, because at the end of the day, the cost for the module has, let's say, increased, because they have to buy cells not from China anymore, and the sales price has increased. So for them, it was not really helpful. But we will see maybe at the end, at the beginning of next year, how this will impact on our customers.
And from the point of view of Coveme, because also I would like to ask you about the condition of your clients, obviously, when we are speaking about the recovery of the industry. Did you notice positive signs, Alessandro?
To be honest, in Europe, I noticed a recovery. I noticed like kind of a booming at the beginning of the year, like Q2, let's say. The beginning of the year was quite fruitful for us and for our customer. Then because mainly prices of module were stabilizing, so there was a restart of the market. Whereas on the second half, I really saw a reduction in Europe. And on the other side, in China, our customer, our producer are working really full time and with big volumes, and as I said, mainly concentrated on the big top 10, 15 producers. So the strategy of Coveme is, of course, to be into this market, as we are already for a couple of years. We opened a factory there, and we are in one of the biggest producers. So the focus will still be concentrated there. On the other side, in Europe and the other emerging markets, we are keeping an eye, and we look how the production market will develop. As today, the company must streamline their production, must reduce the overhead cost. This is the big job that they have to do in order to survive to this business and be ready for the future.
Okay, so I think that with this question we can finish our panel discussion today. I see still that there is some optimism in your eyes, in your faces, so hopefully we will meet very soon on the next supplier panel discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was Solar PV TV from EU PVSEC in our suppliers panel discussion.